Hey everybody, welcome back. I am coming to you basically live. I usually record these in advance. I'm recording this and I'm going to be posting it in like 5 minutes. But this week, we're already on season 30, more than halfway through the year, or season 3, episode 30. And this week, we're going to talk about empathy. And empathy may sound like a maybe too touchy-feely for some of you, but for about 20% of us, one out of every five is considered what they call an HSP. And I sort of giggled at this the first time I read it, but HSP stands for highly sensitive people, or people who are deeply empathetic, people who absorb the energy of people around them. It can be exhausting until you really learn about it and learn how to harness that in. For leaders out there or business owners, if you're using the same message to all of your staff, you're losing 20% of your audience, because HSPs have to be approached slightly different because they're highly sensitive. I'm one of them, by the way. I didn't know I didn't even know what an HSP was until, a couple of years ago. We can actually measure how empathetic you are. So if you think you might be an HSP, or you just want to, I use something called the Toronto Empathy Questionnaire. And it's largely been created in academia and just been up until the past, handful of years in academia. And now there's some pioneers, Dr. Elaine Aron, Judy Dyer, some of the big time authors that focus strictly on HSP. They're really bringing it out into the mainstream, because 20% of people having specific being HSPs, that's a big number. That's a big number for one out of every five of us. So I'm happy to send you the Toronto Empathy Questionnaire so you can measure it for yourself. And then there are instructions for how to grade it, but they're a little complex. So for those that are interested, I'll send you the Empathy Questionnaire. You can send it back. I'll grade it. It can be anonymous if you want. No judgment here, obviously, because I'm one of them. I'm an HSP, and I always wondered why it took me so much longer to unwind, like after a concert, for example. And my daughter, hi Presley, she's at a concert tonight, and so her first big concert, and she'll remember it forever. But I always wondered why it took me so long to unwind after that. Like, I just was exhausted inside. And so I learned I was an HSP, and I learned that I took the questionnaire, and I was actually like extreme HSP. Virtually every question I graded highly, highly sensitive. So once you learn to harness the HSP, and you learn that, yeah, you're just wired to absorb the energy of people around you. But once you learn to dial it in, you can pick up on even subtle body language, body movements that people make that most people in the room aren't even catching, but you are, because you're feeling their energy. So it can really help you, especially, looking for a job, or in business, or as a leader. And so this weekend on Sunday night, my article that I'm going to publish, I hope all of you will take the time to read that. I'm going to go in depth on how you're an HSP, and also what to do about it, and then the strengths, the superpowers that it gives you. And if you are one out of every five that is an HSP, you'll be like a magnet to it. You'll be so, oh my gosh, I didn't even know what an HSP was, So, and then in closing, I just want to thank everybody that came to the little uh, celebration today. I really appreciate everybody's kind words, everybody's gifts, you know who you are, but thank you so much for they even bringing up these videos, because it can seem like a lonely road sometimes, but I'm glad I make a difference to a few of you out there. So that's it for this episode 30 of season 3, and I'm gonna get off here and go post this, and I hope that you learned something, and that I sparked something in you to, if you want to do your own research on HSP, but you're a highly empathetic person, and in a world where it seems like the squeaky wheel gets the oil, loud, boisterous, controlling personalities seem to dictate a lot of what we do. It's learning how to harness empaths and support each other is really important. So anyway, have a great week. Happy Wednesday. The week's almost over, and you're coming down the home stretch. So thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate you, and talk to you later.